What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Untitled Gaming Channel. I'm AJ Gels. Guys, what's up? It's time for the weekly show. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever the hell you celebrate. I've been saying this for a little bit, but, you know, like I said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope you're spending it with whatever family, friends, loved ones, I don't know, other generic words and expressions of the holidays. How's it going, guys? Obviously, you know, we're in the really like the slow part of the year, which is well, I mean, obviously, you know, the end of the year, kind of the holiday season. You know, I mean, pretty much there's no more games. Well, I mean, no more like big titles to come out left in the year. There's really not much we usually find out in about these about 3 or so weeks. I mean, I think I only have 4 stories to talk about with you guys this week, so this should be a fairly short show. You know, so I hope you enjoy if you're taking the time out of being with your family and all of that. And real quick, if anybody hasn't heard, I think I got word of it. I saw this on Twitter and some places last night. Apparently, Carrie Fisher had a heart attack. I'm now finding that she's in intensive care, but I've also seen other things that she is stable after the heart attack. Carrie Fisher being the woman who played Princess Leia in Star Wars. It's interesting. Where was he? Oh, yeah, the news. Jesus Christ. All right. You know, I've been saying this for a while. Just 1 week goes by. I don't want to talk about the Nintendo Switch. But here we go. More news on the Nintendo Switch. This article coming to us from Seth G. Macy of IGN. The article is entitled, Nintendo Switch reportedly runs significantly slower when not in its dock. Duh. I mean, I thought this was going to happen. I've been saying this for the longest time. Oh, real quick, as I've been doing for the past few weeks, links to every article that I talk about will be down in the description, along with the Facebook, Twitter, and the website. So, now let's dig into this. Okay, let's see here. Leaked specs of the Nintendo Switch point to some sacrifices in power when the console is taken out of its dock. A report from Eurogamer sourcing from and adding to news from a VentureBeat report shows the graphical processing unit on the Switch operates at 307.2 megahertz. When docked, the GPU can run at 768 megahertz. Now, I'm not going to lie, when it comes to the total idea of like processing power and you know, like the megahertz and all that, I don't 100% know. I don't have the technical knowledge to be able to tell you guys specifically what that means. Although I can do the simple math of one number is significantly higher than the other. I mean, like I said, I think the tagline for this article is the GPU runs at 40% of its full speed when used on the go. That almost defeats the point. I mean, granted, I understand processing power is not everything. Graphical fidelity is not everything. But come on! 40%! And that's not 40% lower. I mean, it says runs at 40%. So, I mean, that means it's 60% lower than what it is on the dock. Again, that's... I mean, it's really weird because like I have a better uploading speed, you know, here at my house than I do at my apartment. But when I play I use the remote play feature with my Vita, and I'm sitting like you know, and I'm not sitting that far away from my console. You know, at my words are hard. When I use the remote play functionality at my house or at my apartment, my remote play works fine. And I use it here at my house when my internet is better. And for some reason, my thing lags and just doesn't work right. There was a point to that analogy, but that's just it's noticeable, and especially again, like I keep harping, running at 40%. You kidding me? Article continues. However, developers have the option to run their games on the slower configuration, even when the unit is plugged into the dock to keep consistency across portable and home use. Then what's the point of having it for home use? If it's going to... If it can run it at this, you know, if it can... I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. If it can run... I'm so worked up about that. If you can run at this point... Shouldn't you be trying to get the handheld version to run that instead of sacrificing? It's just it's such a weird. Why would you decide that? Why would a developer decide to run at the lower configuration? I mean, granted, like it says, it keeps the consistency, but that doesn't make sense to me because again, I'd rather it be really good, like the entire thing be here instead of here, instead of, I honestly, I'd rather, docked be here and the handheld be here than everything be over here, if that makes sense. Again, it baffles me. See here, the CPU on the Switch, according to the report, runs at 1020 megahertz docked or undocked, and memory runs at either 1331 or 1600 megahertz in either configuration. What this means for games remains to be Jesus Christ. What this means for games remains to be seen, but Eurogamer thinks even running at the slower portable clock speed, the Maxwell architecture of the chip should give it performance well above that of the Wii U. While Switch won't be available until March, Nintendo was launching a Nintendo Switch preview tour, kicking off in New York City beginning January 13th. I talked about that last week, and go check out last week's video for the list of those dates. And again, but right there, I think that right there saying that, well, I'm trying to think here. Eurogamer thinks even running at the slower portable clock speed, the Maxwell architecture of the chip should give it performance well above the Wii U. But that's the thing. It's at the Wii U. I honestly, I want to see how does this thing compare to the Vita? I want to see like graphical comparisons of this, and once everything's said and done, how it would compare to what the Vita, what things look like on the Vita. Granted, I know that would be a little hard because you can't do the same game, but I'm talking like take two photorealistic games and compare them. Like, because I would like to see that. Is it better than the Vita? Because I'm gonna guess this would be better than the 360 and the PS3, maybe. But again, Nintendo's not known for its photorealistic games, but at the same time, they're pulling in all these third-party developers. It's just, I don't get it. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. Maybe somebody more tech-savvy can explain it to me. I just don't get it. I think the Nintendo Switch, I've been saying this for the longest time, I think this is going to sell really well with Nintendo fans. I don't think they're going to swing enough people like me who are, it's cool, but no, I don't want it. I'd rather stick with the big two, Sony and Microsoft. I honestly think, and I agree with people who've said this, that if this doesn't really work for Nintendo, I don't think Nintendo's going to die because it's Nintendo. They have so many great IPs and just properties. But I think this might knock them out of home console games, which I think this could have been a return to. I've been saying this also for a while. That I think this would have been, that it would have been much smarter for them to make a dedicated home console again. Well, again, I understand, I understand the Wii U was a dedicated home console, but the whole thing with the gamepad was supposed to add some portability so you could walk around your house with it, except that didn't really work. And I understand this is supposed to be it, but it's just, if you want portable, buy a DS. But I get it. I want to take my Zelda on the go. But again, maybe it's just not for me, and I just don't get it. But I don't know. I think the Nintendo Switch, I've been saying it for weeks, I think the Nintendo Switch is going to flop. Or maybe, I guess it's going to break even. I don't think it's going to make much of a profit. It's whatever. All right, next article. Battlefield 1 DLC, They Shall Not Pass, will bring the French into the fight. Article by Andy Chalk of PC Gamer. See here, Electronic Arts has posted concept art for the upcoming Battlefield 1 expansion, They Shall Not Pass, which will bring new maps and weapons to the battlefield and also the French army, which, for reasons that will never really make sense, was left out of the base game. EA said it doesn't want to give too much away at this point, but the expansion will involve Verdun, one of the longest and bloodiest battles of the war. It dragged on for nearly all of 1916, with hundreds of thousands of casualties on both sides, and the less famous late-war Battle of Soissons, Soissons, any history buffs out there can correct me, in which French forces deployed nearly 500 tanks to recapture ground lost during the German offensive, the German Spring Offensive of 1918. And I quote, some 40 million artillery shells were fired over the course of the battle at Verdun, pulverizing the ground, turning the earth into a shattered lunar landscape, and underneath some of these trenches, tunnels and underground fortresses provided few new experiences yet unexplored in Battlefield 1, EA wrote. Yeah, okay. Continuing with the quote. In contrast to Verdun, the Battle of Soissons in late 1918 inspired us to create a new set of maps that captures the massive French tank assault. The fighting revolves around key bridges over the... I'm not even going to try and pronounce this. Aisne river, and something big lurks around the French, around the village of Fismes. Fismes. I can't pronounce French words. I don't know what it is. They Shall Not Pass is set to come out in March 2017 and will be released 2 weeks early to Battlefield 1 Premium Pass holders. Like I said, I'm going to include a link in the description so you can check out some of this concept art. I mean, I think this is interesting. I don't really have much commentary to give on this one, other than I can say that in my opinion, Battlefield 1 was the best of all the three big first-person shooters, meaning Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, and Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I don't get why everybody loved Titanfall 2 so much. I think I put a review up on the website. I was a little nice and gave it an 8. I was sitting somewhere between a 7 and an 8, and I thought, nah, I'll give it the 8. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, easily, I'd give that game an 8. It was good. It was fun. I like the new... I'm one of the people that I really like the new way they tried to tell the campaign in that kind of open world-esque kind of targets of opportunity way. I thought it was fun. But I thought Battlefield, hands down, was the best. I thought the characters were really cool in the main narrative, the 5 war stories. And honestly, I thought I thought the multiplayer was just addictive. I don't know what it was. I think it was just because it was simple. I liked the big open maps. Just there were people coming at you from every direction. The 4 classes, like the smaller squads in the big 64-person battle. I thought that was so much fun compared to, if you ask me, Infinite Warfare's multiplayer. Just the same thing that we've been seeing out of Call of Duty for the past while. And Titanfall 2, I don't know. I thought Titanfall 2 was good. I just didn't think it was great. Moving on. Assassin's Creed movie Animus design could make it into the games. Article by Joe Scrubbles of IGN. This makes me sad. I still haven't seen the movie. I might go see it today or tomorrow. Again, I know a lot of my family's out traveling, seeing extended family, and I'm here at home. So I might go see it one of these days. My Christmas present. Let's see here. Ubisoft is apparently interested in making the Animus device used in the Assassin's Creed game series more like the one created for its new tie-in movie, according to its director and star. The movie Animus is a far cry from the virtual reality headset hip lounge chair we're used to seeing. Instead comprising a giant mechanical arm and holographic lights to help represent the genetic memories it's accessing in the user. I've been saying this for the longest time. It looks like bad tentacle porn. I think bad and tentacle porn, I think, kind of go together. But still, really? It's weird. I honestly, I liked it back when it was like a table or like the easy chair that Desmond sat in. I don't know. I thought it was weird when we went to like the VR goggles, but whatever. And I quote, "We're really excited about it," explained director Justin Kurzel in an interview with IGN. Actually, and I quote, "Actually, Ubisoft were really interested in it. They thought that the potential of it actually to actually interact as gameplay was really interesting." How? So they were talking about maybe evolving it even further for possible games for the future. They've talked very serious. I cannot read today. They've talked very seriously about making the Animus more active, and they were really, really excited by especially those scenes where you see Callum fighting inside it. Okay, so end quote. So I'm assuming the main character, they're actually moving their body. Well, I mean, that's cool, but how is that more interactive in the gameplay? You never play, like, when you're in the Animus, you go to the past. That doesn't make sense. How would you make that gameplay? Like, fighting holograms while floating in the air, being held by a giant mechanical arm that apparently has, like, a needle in your spine. Because I think that's how it looked. Again, maybe I'm ragging on it, and I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know. And again, I keep asking this question. Why are all the past sequences in Spanish? That makes no sense. The Animus translates. What? And they're speaking English in the modern day portion. What's up with that? I'm sorry, I'm off track. I'll keep reading. Kurzel also told... God damn it. Kurzel also told us exactly why he and his team were forced to invent a whole new animus for the film. And I quote, "Well, when I was introduced to the animus chair, I kind of instantly just saw that as a problem. Not its design and not the way it interacts with within the game, but I just kind of thought, God, it's going to be so passive and inert. That's the... Because you sit in it, the screen goes over your eyes, and you go to the freaking past. You're not supposed to be in it moving around. It's a chair. Son of a bitch! I'm sorry. I don't know why this makes me angry. It just does. And I quote, all you're going to be doing is cutting back to Michael Fassbender sitting in a chair laughs. I could just see myself like, how many different ways can we shoot Michael in this chair with his eyes flutter? You don't... Why do you need to put the camera of him in the chair while you're in the past sequences? The only time Michael Fassbender, not as I don't know the past name of the assassin, hell, I don't even know the modern day name of the guy, but if you have the modern day guy, once he sits down in the chair, the screen goes over it, you go into the past of the Spanish Inquisition, guess what? You don't need to show him sitting in the chair. We know he's in a chair. Okay, so now we're in the past. You know, he's fighting and doing his assassin stuff. Okay, we're pulling him out of the animus. The screen goes away from his eyes. He stands up, and now we're in the modern day story. Why do we need to go? He's fighting, assassinating crap in the Spanish Inquisition, and then he's just floating up in the air. That's my terrible impersonation. God damn it, really? I'm sorry. Again, I'm cursing so much. It's just, what the hell? I don't know. Again, maybe it's just, I don't get it. Maybe it's because I don't see the film. Maybe I'm just looking for something to be angry about, and I'm full of energy right now. I don't know. I don't like the big arm animus thing. I just don't like it. I don't know if it's because I'm such a big fan of the early Assassin's Creed. You know, I've loved the game. I've loved the series since the first one. I've said this, the original Assassin's Creed, my personal favorite game. So I don't know if it's just my love of the franchise or what. It's just I can't figure out why I hate the idea so much. All right, final news story. Atlas reveals new fantasy RPG from Persona director, artist. Article by Andrew Goldfarb. This one, I'll start with the original story. Atlas has established a new internal studio called Studio Zero and announced its first project, a new fantasy RPG from Persona series director Katsura Hashino. There we go. Artist and character designer Shigenori Soejima, hope I pronounced that right, and composer Shoji Meguro. According to details in the latest issue of Famitsu, translated by Gematsu, the game is currently codenamed Project RE Fantasy or RE Fantasy. It is an entirely new product, not connected to the Shin Megami Tensei or Persona series. While a few details about Project RE Fantasy, I'm going to call it RE Fantasy, beyond its fantasy setting have been revealed. While few I'm sorry, I'll start the sentence over. While few details about Project Re Fantasy beyond its fantasy setting have been revealed, images in Famitsu show off soldiers fighting a dragon, a young woman who appears to be an elf, and characters riding in carriages and on horseback. I'll try and slow down in reading. Maybe that'll help me not stutter so much. Let's see here. Atlas Company Director Naoto Hiraoka, hopefully, confirmed to Famitsu that Soejima and Meguro will still be involved in the Persona series moving forward, and that Soejima will be part of a new Atlas artwork team. No specific platforms or release window for Project Re Fantasy have been confirmed, and Hashino notes that, and I quote, "While the supported hardware is currently undecided, we're making this for those who like home console games and love Atlas games." Okay. Or end quote. So, okay, I'm assuming PS4, and this may make its way to Xbox One as well. And it also wouldn't surprise me. And again, I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna take a bet. Well, no, this new Persona 5, again, I was gonna go into a little Persona 5 guess, but you know what? I'll make this prediction. I'm not going to say when it's going to happen by, but I'm going to bet we're going to see like a Persona 4 Golden with, with Persona 5. We're going to see like a second Persona, like not a sequel, but another Persona 5 to add some stuff that we're going to see on the PS Vita. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually see that also on the, but maybe we'll see those add-ons also as like DLC or something for the main game on hard consoles. It's just, I'm trying to think here. Persona 3 had that. We had Persona 3 and then Persona 3 FES or FES. I don't know, which took, I think the original, as the box says, 80-hour game and added another 30 hours. Then you had Persona 4 and then Persona 4 Golden, which did the same thing that FES did to Persona 3, which it just added to the game. I say this as a guy who owns all three FES, 4 and 4 Golden. I love the Persona series. But no, I'd see 5 going to Vita. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, this story. No, I mean I made that long tangented point to say that I think this is going to be definitely PS4 and I'd say not definitely. I'd say definitely PS4. Almost definitely Xbox One, maybe Vita. So there we go. Yeah. Again, anybody wants to say, well, that Vita's not a home console. What you know what I mean? Well, technically, using the remote play functionality of the PS Vita, any PS4 game is a PS Vita game. All right, I've lingered on that too much. I'm sorry. I love the Vita. Okay. Article continues. In a statement on Studio Zero's official site translated via Persona Central, Hashino said he has, and I quote, crafted my projects as games that are a counter to the norm, end quote. And I quote, now in continuation to these projects created by Atlus comes forth a new one, he wrote. And I quote, what is the next concept to tackle and address in RPGs? To challenge the norms naturally consumed by gamers for decades? I think that this, in particular, is a challenge to the genre. The challenge is about to begin right now, and I would like you to stand with me as we start the challenge, as we start from zero, end quote. Atlus will reveal more information on the project in a Koniko live stream on December 23rd at 8 p.m. Japan time, 3 a.m. Pacific. Let's see, Hashino Soejima and Meguru, however it's pronounced, previously collaborated on Persona 3, Persona 4, Persona 5, as well as 2011's Catherine. Catherine, freaking awesome. Persona 5 was released September 2015 in Japan and will be released in April of this upcoming year. Wait. Persona 5 was in 2015 in September? Really? That doesn't sound right. No, that game came out. I don't think that's right. Give me a second here. I'm going to Google this. Okay, so yeah, see, now I'm seeing here it was released in Japan in September of 2016. Yeah, okay. I think that was a mistake. I'm sorry, that was gonna bug me. Did I say this article was on IGN by Andrew Goldfarb? I can't remember. All right, they updated the article, like I said, after that live stream, and the update reads: Atlus USA has now officially confirmed development of the new title, including the details below. According to a statement from Atlus, Project Re Fantasy, and I quote, is in the earliest of stages of development and aims to be, and I quote, a return to the roots of where the Japanese games industry began with fantasy role-playing games. Let's see here. In addition to reiterating that Soejima and Meguru will continue their work on the Persona series, Atlus added that, quote, and I quote, P Studio, the production team in charge of Persona, will continue to operate at full strength to develop new entries to fulfill demands for the series. Atlus also released the following short teaser trailer. It's about 2 minutes, 30 seconds. You can go, like I said, down into the description, click on it, check it out, and all that. So that was the news for this week, guys. I'm sorry that I lingered on Assassin's Creed Nintendo Switch ranting for a little too long. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's the holiday season. If you took the time to watch this, It means a lot to me. The channel's really starting to grow, but I could definitely always use more subscribers, more people watching, more upvotes, all that good stuff. I'll only do that, again, I say this meaningfully, you only do that if you are enjoying what you're watching. Again, because that tells me that I'm doing what you like. So as always, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, my website down in the description below. Really easy to really easy to follow me through Facebook and Twitter, just because every link, everything I do, video content here on the channel, links get posted onto those, as well as anything that I do on the website. Links also go to Facebook and Twitter. And other than that, the usual like, comment. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content. So until next time, guys, I'll talk to you next week for the last episode of 2016. And again, I'll just say thank you so much for watching, taking your time out of your day to watch this and this time of year. So until next time, guys, I'm AJ Gals. This is the Untitled Gaming Channel. Happy holidays, everybody. I'm out.